Welcome student. Now we can discuss about next topics about resistors connected in parallel. We discussed about series connection in the last class. When we connected resistors in series, how we connected it? Can you remember it? Right? How is it? That means on resistor R1. The end of this resistor is connected to another resistor R2. And that one is connected to third resistor R3. When we connect resistors in this manner, we say that is series connection. That is a series connection. Okay. Also you got the relation how to calculate the total resistance of these three resistors, or whenever we connect the resistors in series, we can calculate its effective resistance by the relation R is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is the relation which gives how to we can calculate total resistance when number of resistors are connected in series. Now, also you want to remember one more thing about to get this relation, that is Ohm's law. What is actually Ohm's law? Say any one of you, what is Ohm's law? Under a constant potential difference, current is proportional to that. That means V proportional to I, or V by I, we get a constant and it is called resistance. These things we discussed in our previous class. Now we are going to connect resistors in which manner? We are going to connect resistors in parallel. See here X and Y. In between, this is the point Y. Three resistors we connected. This resistor R1 of resistance, first resistor is R1 and its resistance we can take as R1. Second one is resistance R2 and third one is resistance R3. And to this we connected what is an ammeter to measure current and battery. Suppose we are connected to a battery of 6 volt and a plug key. These are in series. Here three resistors R1, R2, R3 are connected in parallel. With that, an ammeter, a battery of 6 volt, plug key. These are connected. And an voltmeter also connected parallel to this on to measure potential across this. Now, can you remember how to draw this diagram? Three resistors R1, R2 and R3 connected in between the points X and Y. And an ammeter, battery, plug key, then an voltmeter is connected parallel to these resistors. Voltmeter is connected parallel to this resistors. Now see, when we close the key, we get a current in the ammeter. We get a current in the ammeter. That means this ammeter is connected in series, which shows current through the circuit. That means current through the circuit, let it be I. I is the current. And we measure potential difference across these resistors, that is V. That means current through the circuit is I, and potential difference current through this all together we get I, and potential difference V. Now we are going to find what is the current through the first resistor R1, and also potential difference across any 2 points of it. See, to find it, we are going to redraw this circuit diagram once again. See, here ammeter shows current through this circuit. That means we know current is from positive to negative. In this manner current flow, and potential difference across these resistors we measured as V. Now we are going to find potential difference across each resistor and current through them. For that, the circuit we can draw once again. This is the point X. Here a resistor. Here to measure current we connected an ammeter, and here is the resistor R1. To measure potential difference across this we connected an voltmeter here, and similarly here second resistor. These are connected now to battery and key, plug key. Switch on the key. Now the switch is on. Measure the current and potential difference. Now current through this. That means we know total current is flowing through this before we got as I. Now again we measure current through this resistor R1. Now the current through this resistor, here it shows that is I1. But when you observe potential difference here, that means here we connected the voltmeter across this resistor R1, we got potential again as V. Now to measure current through this resistor R2, this ammeter now here we connecting. Now the ammeter here is connected, and voltmeter also we can connect there across this resistor. Now here if you connect a voltmeter, now this connection is completed. Again switch on and measure current through this resistor R2. Measure current through this resistor R2, that we got as I2. Then you measure or observe potential difference across this R2, that again shows V. Now similarly you want to measure current through this R3 and also potential difference across this. For that, this R2 is here. Now you want to connect ammeter here in the third resistor R3. This one is R1, R2 and R3, and connect voltmeter V across this zone. Now again you measure current through this resistor R3. That we got as I3, and you observe potential difference that again we get as V. See, throughout the potential difference remains the same. That means when we connect resistors, in parallel, potential difference in all of them remains the same. There is no branching out of potential difference that is here we got as same potential. But when you observe current, that means current through the first resistor is I1, and through second one is I2, and third one is I3. This is the current here we got. This is the current here we got. By observing current I, this I1 and I2 and I3, we can get the relation I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. That means current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. That means actually this current I through this circuit, here it branches out into three. That means current through each of them is different. Here it is I1, second one is I2, and third one is I3. Current here is separated or branching out, but there is no change in potential difference. But there is no change in the potential difference. If you observe the potential, that we can see potential across this R1 when we measure, that is V, and across R2 when we measure, that is also V, and the third one if you measure, that is also V. There is no change in the potential difference. Potential difference throughout remains the same. Now we can take the relation Ohm's law. What is actually Ohm's law say? When current I is flowing, potential difference is V. So the effective resistance, that means we know effective resistance here I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. We know what is I is equal to actually what is V by R. V by R, here we connected, that means resistors in parallel. So this V by R we can take as Rp. So in this relation I become potential difference by resistance, that is current by Ohm's law, that is V by R Rp. That means this V is simply given to show it is the total resistance. It is the total resistance of this parallel combination. Total resistance of the parallel combination V by Rp. Then I1 is equal to V by what you will get V by, that means V by I1. I1 is equal to V by the resistance here we connected as R1. Similarly, I2 is equal to V by R2, and I3 is equal to V by R3. See, here is V. We can take out then 1 by Rp. That means resistance in parallel. That means effective resistance. Effective resistance of total resistance in the circuit, that is equal to, here is V. That V we can take completely out, common. So here what will get from this 1 by R1 plus here 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. See, here V, here also V. That is what we can do, this we can cancel. This we can cancel. So we get 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Here Rp is the total resistance. Rp is the total resistance. 1 by Rp means reciprocal of the total resistance. 1 by Rp is the reciprocal of the total resistance equal to, this is the reciprocal of the first resistance. This is the reciprocal of the second resistance. This is the resistance of the third resistance. That means the reciprocal of the first plus second plus third. That means sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistance. Individual resistance. So from here we got that this reciprocal of the total resistance of a combination is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistors, individual resistances, individual resistance. Once again, that means reciprocal of the total resistance in a number of resistors connected in parallel, is equal to the sum of the reciprocals of the individual resistors that we get from this activity, or from this observation we got the relation 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. See here, when the resistors connected in parallel, the total resistance comes as the reciprocals. Hence, resistance in the circuit decreases. So, resistance in the circuit decreases, or effective resistance in the circuit becomes smaller than the smallest resistance connected. Smaller than the smallest. For example, if 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 18 ohm. These three resistors are connected in parallel. Then the effective resistance becomes smaller than the smallest. Here the smallest resistance is 2. So the effective resistance is smaller than this one. That means very connected number of resistors 2, 3 and 18. But here the effective or total resistance now in the circuit is smaller than 2. That is here we get it. So to reduce resistance in a circuit, or if you want resistance to reduce in a circuit, then how we want to connect resistors? We want to connect resistors in parallel. So with this we want to do some problems. That is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. Here some numerical problems here given. The first one is in a circuit diagram, figure 12.10, suppose the resistance R1, R2 and R3 have values of 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm. That means R1 is 5 ohm, then R2 is 10 ohm, R3 is 30 ohm. Then it is connected to a 12 volt battery. That means the potential difference V is equal to 12 volt. These are the given quantities. Once again, suppose the resistors R1, R2 and R3 have the values 5 ohm, 10 ohm and 30 ohm respectively, which have been connected to a battery of 12 volt. Calculate current through each resistor. That means first of all we want to find out the current through each resistor. Then total current in the circuit. Then we want to find out the total current. Then after that total circuit resistance. That means the total circuit resistance. That means here R1, R2 and R3 are connected in parallel. So the effective resistance of this, first of all we want to find out current through each of the resistor. Here potential difference is given, V is equal to 12 volt. First resistance is 5 ohm. So current through the first resistor I1 is equal to V by R1. We know potential difference across R1, R2 and R3 remains the same. So I1 is equal to V by R1, that is equal to V is 12 by this. R1 is how much is it? 5 ohm. That is 5. 12 by 5. You divide this 12 with 5. How much it will come? 12 divided by 5. 2 times 10. Balance 2. Put a decimal mark. Then again 0. How many times? 4 times. So this current is 2.4 ampere. This is the current. Then we can find out the current I2 similarly. I2 is equal to potential difference is same 12 divided by R2 resistance, that is 10. To divide with the 10, we want to only shift a decimal place from right to left, that is equal to 1.2 ampere. This is the current through the second resistor R2. And similarly I3 is equal to V by R3. That is V is here 12 by R is here 30. Now we can divide this with 3. Here how much or otherwise we have to divide 12 by 30. From 12 we can take 30. So put a decimal. Now it will become 120. 120 how many times? 4 times. So this answer is 0.4 ampere. This is the current through each of the resistors. First resistor R1 and the current through it is, we got as 2.4 ampere. Second resistor of resistance R2 with a 10 ohm, that is 12 by 10, 1.2. I3 is equal to this V by R3, 12 by 30, that is equal to 0.4 ampere. Now second question B, they are asking to find the total current. We want to find the total current. Now total current we know what is I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. That is I1 is how much? 2.4 plus I2 1.2 plus I3 0.4. We want to find out the sum of these part. See 0.4, 6, 10. That is 1. 2 plus 3 plus 1, 4 ampere. So the current now is 4 ampere. This is the total current. Now one more thing is asking there to find what is effective resistance. That means total resistance we want to find out. Now the total current we got as 4 ampere. Now one more thing, what we want to find out total resistance in the circuit now. See, the resistors are connected in parallel. Hence the effective resistance is 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Here 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 5 plus 1 by R2 1 by 10 plus 1 1 by 30. Now we want to find out the sum of this. For that, here you see here denominator 5, 10 and 30, and here are fractions. To add fractions, there must be its denominator same. But here denominator same, here 5, 10 and 30. So to make the denominators same, we want to take what is LCM, that means 5, 10 and 30 with 2, 5, 5, 50. Again with 5 it is possible, that is 1, 1, 3. Then how much it will come? 2 into 5, 10. 10 times 3, 30. So here we got 1 by Rp is equal to 30 is the LCM of these three. Then with this 30, we want to multiply each fraction. That is 1 by 5 into 30. How much it will be? That will be 6. Then 1 by 10 into this LCM 30. How much is 3? Then 1 by 30 into this 30. That is 1. So 1 by Rp is equal to 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. 10 by 30. Now we want to find out Rp, that means resistance when connected in parallel, not its reciprocal. So we are going to take reciprocal of this one on both sides. Then what will get Rp by 1, that means Rp. Then 30 by 10. 30 by 10 is how much? That is 3 ohm. That is 30 by 10 is how much? It is 3 ohm. See here the smallest resistance we connected 5 ohm. But now its effective resistance is smaller than its. Okay? Its effective resistance is smaller than. That means when we connect the resistors in parallel, the total resistance in the circuit becomes less than the smallest resistance included in the circuit. Okay? Now we want to find out another problem. Okay, see another problem here given. In the figure, R1 is given as 10 ohm. Then R2 is 40 ohm. Then R3 30 ohm. R4 20 ohm. R5 60 ohm. And it is connected to a 12-volt battery. You want to calculate total resistance in the circuit first. First of all, you want to calculate total resistance. Then B, the total current flowing in the circuit. Then total current. See here, these two resistors R1 and R2, they are connected in parallel. Again, see R3, R4, R5. These three resistors are also connected in parallel. Now, to find total resistance, first of all we can find the effective resistance of these two. They are in parallel. Then the effective or total resistance of these three. Then this relays when you observe that is connected. This and this connected now in series. So what we can do here, first of all we can find total resistance of these two and then total resistance of these three. Then find the total resistance these combination in series. First of all we can find R is equal to, that is 1 by R is equal to, that means Rp. We can take as Rp, it is parallel. So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Once again 1 by Rp, that is equal to 1 by R1, it is 10 plus 1 by R2, it is 40. Now 1 by Rp is equal to, we can cross multiply, that is 40 and 10 by 10 into 40. That is equal to 50 divided by 400. Now we can take the reciprocal, that is Rp is equal to, how much it will come? That means 400 divided by 50, that is equal to 8 ohm. It is equal to 8 ohm. That means effective resistance of these two we got as how much? It is 8 ohm. This first one is 8 ohm. Now we are going to find the effective resistance of these three. Again, that resistance we can take as Rp dash, that is equal to, that means 1 by Rp dash we can take 1 by Rp dash, we want to find out 1 by, that means Rp dash we want to find out, so that we can take as 1 by Rp dash is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3, that is equal to, here see R3 is how much? R3 instead of R1 we can take as the value of R3, that is 1 by 30 plus instead of R2 we can take as the value of R4, that is equal to 1 by 20, and instead of R3 we can take as 60, that is 1 by 60. Or this relation we can write it in this way also, that is R3, R4, 60. Now we want to find out the sum of these three. See, by taking LCM of 30, 20 and 60, that means this 30 and 20 is in this, so that it will come here. That means first of all we can take with the 2 here, 15, 10 and 30. Again we can take with the 2, 15, 5, 15. Now we can take with the 5 or 3. How much it will come? 3, 1, 3. Now 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 5, 20, 20 into 3, 60, 60 into 3, 180. The LCM of these three, that will come as on. Once again see 2, 15, 10, 30, again with the 2, that is 15, 15 here, 10, 5, this 13 becomes 15, then 5. 5 is how many times 5? 3 times. Here only 1 time, here again 3 times. Now again we can take with the 3 because same value is repeating. So this will come as a 1. Now see 2 into 2, 4, 4 times 5, 20, 20 times 360. So the LCM of these three becomes 60. LCM of this becomes 60. Now each fraction we want to multiply with this 1 by 30 into 60, that will come as a 2. Then 1 by 20 into 60, that is 3. 1 by 60 into 60, 1. That is Rp is equal to 1 by Rp dash is equal to, this altogether will come as 2 plus 3, 5, 1, 6 by 60. take the reciprocal. That is Rp dash is equal to 60 by 6, that is equal to 10 ohm. Now, total resistance in the circuit. Total resistance in the circuit is Rp plus Rp dash. That means the total resistance. That means now these two are in series. That means Rp and Rp dash in series. So total resistance R is equal to Rp plus Rp dash. That is 8 plus 10. That is equal to 18 ohm. That is equal to 18 ohm. That is the total resistance in the circuit because Rp and Rp dash, that combination are now in series. So it is in series connection, so we can write as instead of Rs because it is in series. So Rs equal to Rp plus Rp dash, that is 8 plus 10, that is equal to 18 ohm. Then we want to find the current through the circuit. Current I is equal to, we know, V by R. That is V by R, that is V is here, we connected 12 volt and we connected here it is a 12 volt battery is given and total resistance is 80. That is equal to, that is 12 and 18, that is here 2 times 6, here 3 times 6. That is equal to how much? Here 2 times 6 is 12, 2. Here 3 times 6 is 18. That means 2 by 3. 2 by 3 ampere. This is the current through the circuit. This is the current through the circuit now. Okay. Today we discussed about how we can connect resistors in parallel and the relation which we got from it. How we can calculate total resistance in the circuit? What is the relation? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And two more things you want to remember, and two numerical problems we discussed here, and you want to practice it. Then the advantage of connecting parallel in a circuit, if we connect resistors in series, for example, when we connect a bulb and a heater in series, a bulb required a very small current, but a heater required very large current at the same voltage. So it is its current difference is too much. So it cannot work properly. So we cannot use their what is a series connection in our household wiring. And also, if any one of the gadgets is stopped functioning, then all other will stop its function. That is also one of the disadvantages of connecting equipments in series. But when we connected equipments in parallel, all of the equipments or gadgets will get same voltage. And also each of the appliance we can control by separate switches and the resistance in the circuit also we can reduce. That is the advantage of connecting gadgets in an electric circuit parallel. Okay, with this all we can wind up today's class. Thank you.